Humanity's view of the universe. Our knowledge of the world is still very limited. Here are 8 of the ultimate mysteries that could send the thought-loving you into insomnia. The Big Bang Theory suggests that our universe was born at a very dense, very hot point. This point is called the starting point. The starting point contains all the matter and all the energy in the universe. From the moment the starting point exploded, space and time are born. Space has been expanding ever since. And that's when the clock started ticking. The universe Big Bang theory has been accepted by the vast majority of scientists through the cosmic microwave background radiation and its blackbody radiation curve. But for us who live in time and space, it's impossible to understand the state of affairs before the Big Bang when there was neither time nor space. What does this state really look like? Where did the starting point come from? Where does the energy and matter contained within the starting point come from? Why did the starting point explode? The correct answer to these questions will probably be a perpetual problem for mankind. Quoting Russia, the 2020 Nobel Prize winner in physics. The ratio of the probability of the Big Bang producing a black hole universe to the probability of producing the universe we have now is 30 times 10 billion to 1. In other words, if you let the Big Bang happen 10 billion to the 30th power, there will only be one of these times when a formula can be produced for our present universe reflecting the various laws of physics in our world. They have every parameter just right. This just rightness is exaggerated to the extent that any slight difference in any of the parameters inside any of the formulas, the whole world would be a different place. There is no way that the conditions for planet formation and the birth of life could have been met. So the probability that our universe can exist is frighteningly small. In that case, inevitable, and some scientists got to thinking. Is it possible for the universe to be conscious? Is it possible that the birth and development of the universe is not a coincidence? Rather, it's the result of some kind of conscious creation. While you're watching the video right now, there is a high probability that tens of tons of dark matter are passing through your body. But we can't feel the dark matter at all. Modern astronomy, using various means of observing and calculating the universe, has found that throughout the course of the universe, as we can see and magically guide, the conventional matter is only 4.9% of the entire cosmic healing. The remaining nearly 95% of the matter neither interacts with the electromagnetic force, it doesn't glow. Non-reflective, no light absorption. The only effects we can produce through gravity are their presence. Scientists call these mysterious substances dark matter and dark energy. Savor this fact on top of the fact that, you'll see, if the matter we can recognize and feel is less than 5% of all matter, so what's the rest of the 95% of the world like? Are there life forms made of dark matter in that world? What's the full picture of this world? The most powerful and terrifying celestial black hole in the universe. Black sucks anything near it, including light, into its interior. Around the black hole, space and time are severely distorted, and the center of a black hole is a point of nearly infinite gravity. This point is also known as the starting point. It is now generally recognized that, inside the black hole, known laws of physics will no longer be used. If a person accidentally falls into a black hole, and you can live to see the whole thing, then after he crosses the border of the black hole into the world of vision, it will be discovered that the world outside the black hole will be like a high-speed fast-forward in a movie. Fast forward a million or even a billion years in a split second. That's because the greater the gravitational pull, the slower time passes around it. So as opposed to being inside a black hole, outside the black hole, time passes at a very fast rate. But these magical properties, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Scientists' understanding of black holes is still very limited. Where exactly does the matter swallowed by the black hole go? What's it like inside a black hole? What laws of physics are followed there? Is there still an exit from the black hole, and connects to other times? What's the connection between black holes and wormholes? I'm sure every curious person would like to see the day when the mystery of the black hole is all solved. In recent decades, there have been great technological advances in observational equipment. Astronomers have observed a very bizarre phenomenon in the universe: rapid radio news. They found sudden, brief, bright bursts of radio waves in the distant universe. The duration of these bursts though is only a few milliseconds to a few seconds or so. But the energy released in this short burst of seconds is more than the sun has emitted in hundreds of thousands of years. Included among these, NASA discovered a fast radio burst in 2006. The amount of energy released is 14 million times more than the estimated amount of energy released by the entire galaxy. For a phenomenon that cannot be rationally explained, many scientists believe that this fast radio burst may have originated from the eruption of a white hole. A special solution to Einstein's gravitational equations predicts the existence of black holes. And it's another special solution. The prophecy is the white hole. White holes are the exact opposite of black holes. If black holes are all you can eat and no one can spit, so the white hole is just vomiting and not eating. But this begs the question: where do white holes get the matter and energy they spew outward from? Some physicists believe that white holes are actually an evolution of black holes at the end of their development. There are even theories that the Big Bang was actually an explosion of white holes. Although now white holes only exist in theory, but don't forget, black holes that have been proven to exist were just as theoretical a few decades ago. For thousands of years, it's always been assumed that time is fair for everyone. The rate of time loss is constant. But Einstein pointed out, time and space go hand in hand. Interconnected. The faster an object moves, the slower the rate of time loss around it will be. The greater the gravitational pull of a place, the slower the rate of time loss around it will be. Although not many people could understand the idea when Einstein first made it. But now this theory has not only been proven correct by many observations, and it's also used in a number of technologies. It is also because Einstein. People are starting to rethink what time really is. If time and space are linked, so why is it that in space we can move freely up and down, back and forth, left and right? But in time, and we can only move in one direction towards the future. And if there exists some way to move freely in time as well, so does time travel make it possible? Or is it possible, time is simply a concept created by man? It doesn't exist in the objective world. A team of researchers dismantles a supercomputer, simulated in the environment of the original Earth, combination of inorganic substances into amino acids. Amino acids recombine to become proteins. The process by which proteins in turn combine to form simple living organisms. But the simulation program, after 4.6 billion years of the Earth's age, 575 while combining out amino acids, but the amino acids didn't even bind to a single protein. Finally, after 7 by 10 to the 18th power year, that is, after 56 million times the age of the universe, 13.8 billion years, it finally gave birth to the first protein. 2. One of the simplest living cells contains at least 300 proteins. Furthermore, organisms also need carbohydrates, sugars, nucleic acids, and a variety of other complex organic matter to bind to each other, and to work together in an orderly and coordinated manner. Nowadays, although the technological level of human beings can make very complicated devices such as smartphones, atomic bombs, CPUs, etc. But it's the simplest virus in life. Modern technology can't even build it from scratch. Instead, it can only be obtained through breeding. Since cell phones can't be formed by nature's unconscious coincidence, then, in that case, a life form tens of thousands of times more complex than a cell phone. How did it happen to be born from nature? If a person's brain is cut out of their body by a scientist, and was placed in a tank of nutrient solution dedicated to keeping the brain alive, the brain's nerve endings are all connected to the computer. The computer is programmed to send information to the brain. One is that the brain maintains all the normal senses. Under these circumstances, as long as the signal input is maintained at all times, well, for this brain, Earth, sky, family, friends, food, entertainment, work. So what exists in the real world, he could feel it. From the brain's point of view, he wasn't even sure if he had a brain in a skull or a brain in a tank. He also couldn't be sure if what he was feeling was real or virtual. This is the brain in a vat hypothesis put forward by the American philosophical thinker Hilary Greatman. What's even scarier is this. A brain in a tank like this will never discover the fact that it is a brain in a jar. Elon Musk, the richest man in the new interworld, has said in public that the probability that our world is virtual is over 99%. And in recent years, major technology giants, they're all starting to create virtual worlds like the metaverse. If all of us are brains in a jar, And who is the one who modeled our meta-universe?